So here we are in Brighton, fantastic city, or a town. What is it, Kay? Do we know?
It's just wonderful.
It's just a brilliant, brilliant place. Loads going on, like just pubs and restaurants and just this beautiful beach, and there's an atmosphere here. It's one of my favourite cities in the UK. My brother's here. You'd probably think he's here because he loves Brighton, he loves hanging out with his older brother. No, he's here because we're staying in a Marriott and he collects bonus points. So how many rot points you got? Hey, this could be an advert. I don't normally do that shit.
It's not about the rot, it's about the audience.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, that's bullshit. That's the only reason you're here. You're staying in a rot. Dan's rot till he dies. So if there's anyone who works for rot, A, fucking shoot yourselves. But B, get yourself up to the divan. I'm a divan guy till I die. But this cat rocks with the rot. And every time we stay in a Marriott hotel, which my brother adores, he gets bonus points. What are you up to now, silver?
I think, don't believe in status. So.
Well, the head of Rot, Bob Rot, might be watching.
Great guy.
Appeal to Bob Rot and see if you can get yourself up to gold.
Bob, keep up the good work. I believe in you.
I fucking hate Bob Rot. We bumped into, in the bar in our hotel, the drummer from Wolf Alice. They were one of my favourite bands. And the drummer from Wolf Alice, do you want a lovely story about a famous person? He was talking to Kumar. Kumar's daughter plays the drums. The drummer from Wolf Alice, apropos of nothing, said, let me send your daughter some drumsticks. Hopefully actual drumsticks, not chicken ones.
I'll love that.
All right, Dan. If you're sending chicken, send it to our brother. But what a lovely thing to do. So Kumar's daughter is going to have some drumsticks from a band she adores, and I love Wolf Alice, and it's so rare you get to meet someone whose work has had such a big... Honestly, I've listened to their music for years now, so it's a lovely thing to sort of shake their hand and say thanks. Really cool.
It was.
Yeah. So Wolf Alice, Bob Rot. I like Wolf Alice. I hate Bob Rot. In fact, if the drummer from Wolf Alice could kill Bob Rot with one of his drumsticks, that would be fantastic. So we are in, where are we? We're in Portsmouth. We're doing 4 gigs, and Kumar's got a very squeaky chair. There you go. It's not the first time I've heard that noise emanating from you. I don't think I have actually. I remember hearing years ago I did a tour with, and I mean he was going at it with some lady, and they broke the bed.
Wow.
Yeah. And we all got blamed, and I thought it was unfair.
It's really annoying when that happens, isn't it, when you break the bed? It's really love making. Again.
Well, what's the worst rock and roll trashing a hotel room story?
The most rock and roll trashing story I've got is that I was briefly banned from because we had an all-night party there years ago. I think it was 2007, and that was probably it. I was banned from there for a while. We basically had spilt loads of red wine on the carpet, and then apparently what you're meant to do to get rid of red wine is pour white wine onto it. It turns out that ain't the case.
It's just pink wine all off the floor.
You got a piss sofa. Yeah, it was terrible. But if we're talking rock and roll, Kumar probably has some. What's the most rock and roll thing you've seen?
Okay, so Japan, the guitar player from the band, basically we'd done the gig, and because everyone's jet lagged, you go out for a drink, but you just keep drinking because you think it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you keep drinking and you're just absolutely hammered, and then suddenly it's 6 o'clock in the morning and your flight is at 8 o'clock or something and you have to leave. So everyone got back to bed, and I was busy trying to get everybody up, and the guitarist was so hammered I had to knock on his door and call him, and basically he had gone to bed. He had his trousers down round by his ankles, and there was a massive shit on the floor.
Oh, God!
And he could swear blind he went to the toilet, but he shat basically on his bed.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
How about you, Dan? Most rock and roll?
Well, it isn't. I'm going to have to give someone else the credit. It was on this sort of thing called Small Talk on this TV program, and this guy just put a camera in this guy's face.
Oh, this is one of your favourites,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and it just really got me. Porter's just walking in the middle of the street of Newcastle, puts a camera and a microphone in front of like this guy who must have been about 60. Said, "What's the craziest thing you've ever seen at a party?" And he goes, "See a man make love to a pasty." That was just like, hilarious. Just this idea they're a poem. What's going on with Ken? Ken's fucking that pasty.
But he's not fucking it, he's making love to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. See a man make love to a pasty.
Make love. Yeah, it's brilliant.
We've just been in Brighton, full of boutique shops, winding lanes, sun, coffee shops, pubs, and we're now in Portsmouth, where we're walking along a dual carriageway. The reason being, because we're staying in the Rock. Daniel, what do you make of this trip you've taken us on?
Lovely weekend. Lovely weekend.
What have been the highlights of this walk?
Probably getting across the bridge. That was quite a nice little scenic thing.
How you doing?
Geezer, I'm a fucking geezer.
That was nuts.
Hello. Tell you what, I've been shouted at by a lot of people in Portsmouth who look like they've done time. It's pleasant. But in fairness, we don't look great either. Can I just interject? You were, correct me if I'm wrong, you were caught sleeping inside the bread.
Sleeping in bread.
Yeah, you got like a pallet full of bread, you pulled out bread, got underneath, and then covered yourself in bread.
Never got caught.